Google just launched something very cool and it is called Agentic Vision. It's a combination of how you take a vision task and make it into an agentic task. It is super cool not because it sounds cool, Agentic Vision, but it actually has good practical implications on day-to-day AI tasks. So in this video, we're going to have three different parts. The first one, we're going to understand what is Agentic Vision and how do you access it. Second, we're going to see a live demo of this Agentic Vision on Google AI Studio. And third, I'm going to show you a simple code walkthrough of how you can implement Agentic Vision in your Python code. First of all, what is Agentic Vision? Agentic Vision is this new feature that Google has launched along with Gemini 3 Flash. It doesn't exist on Gemini 3 Pro, it is on Gemini 3 Flash. Agentic Vision turns any normal vision related task into an agentic task. That means there is a code execution that takes the image, zooms in, pans it, rotates it, transforms it, does all sort of things that you can do with a simple Python code, and then understands the image in a deeper way that was not possible before. And Google has claimed that with Agentic Vision, Gemini 3 Flash is performing much better on a lot of different benchmarks where vision is a key component. For example, if you see this particular example, Office QA. So this is a question and answering related task. And if you see here, without Agentic Vision, the model has code 65. Only with Agentic Vision, it's like literally using model's existing capability where it can run code, it can write code, it can zoom images. And then now you have got 70%. And you can see across the board, the model is scoring better with Agentic Vision enabled than without Agentic Vision. Now, if you want to understand Agentic Vision in a simple nutshell, there are three important steps in Agentic Vision. The first one is think, act, and observe. So this is like the very similar React model in the agentic framework. So anytime there is a query from the user query goes with image and a text. At that particular point, the agent does three things. First of all, it tries to think what it has to do, then it tries to act on it, and then it creates a loop where it has to observe and then repeat the same process. And finally, when the task is finished, it is going to give the output to the user. So very similar like React framework. So this is think, act, observe framework, which is what the core capability of Agentic Vision is. But right now, I've spoken a lot about Agentic Vision. I'm going to quickly show you a demo about Agentic Vision. So for example, you can analyze infographics. This is a very fun example. Why? Because anytime you upload an emoji like this, so the model would immediately assume that a hand has 5 fingers. So it would say 5 as the response. But if you closely look at this picture, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 fingers. So now you're asking how many fingers are there. And then you've specifically said annotate on the image to help reasoning. So now let's take a look at the thought process. So if I click this thought process, you can see first it is trying to understand, count the emoji fingers, then it is trying to reevaluate. Okay, first of all, it is doing the counting, and then it is saying the count is now finalized. Now it is writing a Python code with Pillow, the image processing library, and then it is trying to do the execution, and then finally it is saying there are 6 fingers there. So it came to the conclusion that there are 6 fingers after doing all these things. So let's look at another example which might have more practical implication in the real world. So here you have uploaded the image and said, what is the number on the gauge? Zoom in if needed. So you can see, you have to see what is the number on the gauge. So, and it is doing a thought process. First of all, locating the gauge. That's the first thing that it has to do. And after it had located the gauge, it has marked where it has to zoom. And that information goes into the Python code. And that Python code actually zooms in and then clicks it, like creates a crop of it. And then you can see the information here. So now it says, okay, so the reading on the gauge is probably 64 degree Fahrenheit. So it can like do all these things in just one command where you don't have to explicitly run an agent to do it. This is all cool examples. So I would strongly encourage you to go check all the examples here. I'll mention in the YouTube description. But now we are going to go test it on Google AI Studio. And after you go there, select the model Gemini 3 Flash Preview and make sure you add code execution. You enable code execution because code execution is important for this. So now in this case, I've uploaded an image, simply said, zoom into the pedals and tell me how many pedals are there. As a human being, if you tell me what will I do, the first thing that will go through my mind is, okay, I have to first locate where the pedals are. So I will probably locate here and then I'll zoom in and then I'll try to do a counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've done 4. Now let's see what the AI is going to do. So I'm going to open the thought process and then see, first of all, clarifying pedal count. I'm focusing on precisely identifying and counting the pedals on the organ console. I've zoomed in on the pedal board to get a clear view of the long wooden keys. Also, I'm examining the expression pedals more closely, understanding the different types is key for an accurate count. Okay, So this is what the model is telling itself. Based on that, it wrote a code and the code is getting executed, and you can see that there are like pixel coordinates, exact place where the pedal is there. And then after it is doing everything, it took the image, it's trying to understand, and it is zooming in and getting exact pedals. And then finally it is telling us, first of all, there is 4 expression pedal and there are 36 pedals totally. So it is counting this, it is counting this, and then it is giving total information, while I as a human might have just given this as the total number of pedals. Now that we know how to use this model on Google AI Studio, it's very important for us to integrate it in Python code. I mean, the channel name is One Little Code, so you have to write code. So I'm going to show it to you. So I have got an environment variable. So for you to get the API key, you can go here and then you can click get API key and you can get API key here. So you can add that key inside your .env file. So after you add that, then you have got an agentic_vision.py file. So here first we are trying to use .env just to import the API key. And after we do that, the core part of this particular code is we are going to use a library from Google Gemini, which is the Gen AI library, to connect your code to Google AI Studio. There are 2 different ways generally to access a Google model. One is Vertex AI, more of a production solution, like very complicated. Google has figured out that there is an easier way with Gemini AI Studio. So that's what we're going to do. So from Google, import Gen AI, from google.genai import types. Then we have got the initialization where we are initializing with the API key just to like make the connection. And then we are giving an image. So we are giving the same image, the pedal image that we gave. And you can see after I give the image, I've selected the model Gemini 3 flash preview, and I've given the same question, zoom into the expression pedals and tell me how many pedals are there. So right now I'm specifically saying expression pedals. So here if you see, I said just zoom into the pedals. So it gave me all the pedals, but now I'm going to say only expression pedals, which we know already that it is 4. And in tools, we are enabling code execution as a tool. So this is the entire code. No cursor, don't make any change. And finally print the response. Now for this code, you can see here that it is saying based on the zoomed in image, there are 4 expression pedals. So to quickly recap, we learned what is Agentic Vision, a new feature that Google has launched with Gemini 3 Flash. And we learned how to do the same on Google AI Studio. We learned a couple of use cases. And now we went through a code walkthrough of how to do it with your Python code. I hope this is helpful to you in understanding what is Agentic Vision and how you can use it in your production ready code. For example, there are a lot of people using AI to do insurance underwriting when there is like a car insurance or something. So this could be extremely helpful in those cases where you have to zoom into the image and then look at the picture, like whether there is a dent or not. A lot of different use cases. Let me know in the comment section if you have any use case in mind. Otherwise, see you in another video. Happy prompting.